In this video, I want to share with you a circuit training technique for pistols. So in this, you'll perform a yielding isometric, quasi-isometric, and you'll just do high reps. So this circuit is designed to kind of enhance your draw and also just get you those reps and to kind of test yourself. So it does almost everything in one. It's a pretty good circuit, but I don't see very many people that just do dry fire training actually developing themselves enough to actually do good during this circuit. Because the idea is to actually complete this circuit and still be capable of, performing a draw. You don't want to conduct certain practice or workout that'll inhibit your ability to operate a pistol or any kind of weapon system efficiently after you're done with your practice. Kind of like the Batman routine, like fight crime at night, but what is he going to do to train during the day? Still got to be able to do it. So anybody that works in law enforcement, you go to the gym, you don't want to basically be burnt out for your shift afterwards. You still need to be able to, do your job. So same principle applies here. So first thing is, let's talk about some gear that you're going to want. Well, you're going to want, obviously, your firearm, your holster, and stuff. So you're also going to want a dumbbell. I have a 12-pounder here. I also am kind of needing like a 20-pound at this point, but I have a zip tie and that helps connect a canteen strap here for a 2-quart canteen. And, it's a pretty handy piece of gear. You can use a web belt if you have one, or a shooting belt or whatever. As long as it's not going to grip itself to your hand easily, then you'll want to use it. You want to have it kind of slick. It's going to need to be slick in order to necessitate tension. So you'll see what I'm talking about. But I would also recommend a laser trainer like from G-Side, or one that you can find on Amazon. G-Side's on Amazon. They're pretty good pieces of gear. So you're also going to want to have a target. You're going to want to have a target that is actually smaller than your front sight. So whether you need to create distance, you need to be standing off more, which is especially going to be necessary if you're using a laser because they're mechanically bore-sighted, or not bore-sighted, but they're mechanically aligned to the bore because of the O-rings that they have. You're going to need to have more distance from your target. So things like light switches or things that are just kind of built into any house or apartment, that would be good, targets for you to use. So I always recommend thumbtacks. They're tiny, but you can still hit them from a distance with your laser trainer. So let's go ahead and get into the specific workouts and reps and sets. So this circuit is going to be done 4 times. So again, you got 3 things. You got an isometric, quasi-isometric, and you got high reps. Now the isometric would be classified as a yielding isometric because you've got force. Aided by gravity, this weight is trying to go to the ground. You're going to prevent it by using compression forces that you would use when you're aiming a firearm. So is that this? No. It is actually the compression forces used by your pectoral muscles, where your palms are together and you're actually squeezing the grip. And so you can mimic the grip that you would have on a pistol. And one way to enhance that and actually get your little point to aim with and stay perfectly still is a pencil or a pen. You can use a ballpoint pen if you wish, but go ahead and grab it like so, right there, and all you're going to do is place the strap right here to about thumb level. You want it sticking out just a little bit. Give yourselves time because this probably will slip, especially if you're new and you don't understand compressive forces. So you're wanting to squeeze it like you're crushing something in your hands. That's how to get a proper grip on a pistol. 21st century proper grip is actually compressing with your pectoral muscles. So you'll want to hold on to it at first to get this hand on, and then once this hand's on, it's just palms from here, as you can see. And then you can easily just wrap these fingers around. They don't have any force on them, and then you can kind of torque forwards. You can torque your thumb forwards and your whole palm. I find that actually helps me actually hold on a lot better, even if it's slippery like this nylon here. And then you'll just hold it like this in a ready stance, and then once the beep goes, on your timer or whatever, you just hold up that pencil to your tiny little target and just hold it there for however long. My recommendation on time is 30 to 45 seconds. So if 45 seconds with the weight you have is not really stressing you out, it's not putting you under tension almost like right away, then you need to go up in weight. You should be struggling. So that's the point, is to put yourself under mechanical tension and put yourself under, stress. That's how you get adaptation. That's how you build the strength to manipulate a firearm and perform the techniques for a long period of time and better. So anyways, the idea is zero movement and being able to actually do it throughout the whole course. You don't want to go overboard to where you can't do 45 seconds or whatever. It's not a competition like that. It's 30 to 45 seconds. So you don't want to get such a high weight that you can't even do it for 20 seconds. You don't want to, hurt yourself on this. The point is to be able to hold it perfectly still. So, that's the thing. You want to hold it perfectly still, but with a good amount of stress. The next one is the quasi-isometric. So the quasi-isometric is just performing a range of motion incredibly slow. There is no reason why you should be able to do this with, within, 2 minutes. So we're going to do 10 reps of a quasi-isometric presentation. So this is simulating going from the draw to joining and then slowly presenting out towards the target and aiming in. Now, you can use the laser trainer for this, but I don't really. I just put my finger on the trigger and take up the slack on the wall, and that's pretty much good enough for me. There's a different drill that you can use for refining your trigger pull, and I'll discuss that in another video. But the way this would look is we take our handy dandy little weight here, and now we take the pistol and we get both hands wrapped in this. Now we get a proper grip here and join. So then we perform 10 reps, slowly extending out. So slow that it is actually kind of a pain in the butt to actually do a single rep. And you don't come all the way back. If you feel that you've rested, then you've gone back too far. And again, you want proper grip. So we're not asking, or I'm not asking, that we go out all the way. So you don't need to do the old tactical turtle. That's ridiculous, doesn't help. And mimicking something that you're not going to do when you actually shoot is bad. So tactical turtle is out the window. It does not help. Compress the grip. So wherever you like to join at, you need to know where you join. Whether it's down here, whether it's up here, start at that point. And then go out and do your presentation. So that's the quasi-isometric. Do that 10 times. It's all about integrity on that one. Now, the last one is just reps. So this is where you're going to need something called a dry fire par timer. You can get that on some shot timers, but you can download the app. Look up dry fire par timer on your little app store on your phone. Pretty simple piece of kit. So for the par time, 2 seconds. For the delay time, I'd recommend 5 to 6 seconds. Just enough for you to reset the striker and holster it and then get everything situated for the next rep. And you're going to do that for 25 reps. That can take 4 to 5 minutes of constant movement. You're constantly doing little micro things, trying to be as fast as possible and beat that 2 seconds every time. It can totally mess up a lot of people. But that's the point, is it's straining you physically and mentally. So it's kind of a test, but it's also getting you to adapt to those stresses. All right? So anyways, again, this is where your laser trainer is going to really come in handy. So if you don't see that movement, you're not going to know. So the laser is going to tell you if you're hitting your target. Again, thumbtack, something small, piece of painter's tape, some kind of target. If you're using this laser trainer, you're going to need more distance if you're wanting the impact point to be relative to the 7-yard line. You're going to have to get that 7 yards of spread because it's mechanically aligned to the bore. So if you just want to use snap caps at first and just look for big movement, that's fine. That's cool. That's a great starting point. I do that very often. So anyways, that's my recommendation. So 4 sets of that, see where you're at. If you try this, let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and you guys have a good one.